Jai Gurudev to all of you. Myself Rohit Dutt, and I'm taking your business studies class. So, students, today we will discuss our new chapter, that is Principles of Management. Again, before starting, would like to remind you, please go through the e-PDF of this chapter so that learning could be more effective. One more thing, please everyone follow the instructions and guidelines provided by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, that stay home and be safe. Take proper precautions to avoid the infection of such virus, that is COVID-19. Point, that is principles of management. Okay, the concept. So, what is principle? So, principles are the basic truths generally stated in the form of cause and effect relationship. Clear, everyone? So, they are broad guidelines for the managers who take decisions and shape their behavior on the basis of these guidelines. Clear? So, management principles enable the manager to manage the enterprise effectively. Clear? So, these principles are derived from the management theories developed either on the empirical basis or on the basis of experiences. Clear? So, observance of these principles lead to manager success, and their violation result in mismanagement. Simple. Clear? So, principles are the groundwork of for practice. They sharpen the skills and competence of the managers. So, a manager having thorough knowledge of the management principles becomes a successful manager. So, if you want to become a successful manager, then you have to be thorough with the principles of management. Clear, everyone? Coming to point, one may distinguish principle of management from those of pure principle. Clear? So, there is a difference. Okay, if we take the basis like flexibility and rigidity. Okay, so management principles are flexible as they are applied to human beings. But in case of pure science, principles of pure science says, in pure science, principles are rigid as they always show the exact cause effect relationship. So they are generally applied to non human beings. Clear? Second basis can be creative and mechanical application. Application means uses. So management principles require creative minds. And on the other hand, principles of pure science. So pure science principles are applied mechanically and rigidly. Clear? Third basis can be effect of environment. So management principle may have to be changed commensurate with a change in the environment, but pure science principles remains the same. Clear, everyone? So in this way we can uh, differentiate the management principles and principle of pure science. Then coming to next differences, that is management principles and management technique. The principle of management should be distinguished from technique of management. Okay, so let's see the differences. We'll take the basis one, guidelines and method. Okay, so guidelines and method. So principles are guidelines. Clear? So management principles are the guidelines for the manager for taking decisions. On the other hand, management technique are method or procedure of completing a task. So these methods are given in a series of steps. Clear? Second basis can be flexibility and rigidity. So management principles are flexible. Clear? Management techniques are rigid. Clear? And have to be followed in a perfect sequence. Clear? So principles of management, it helps to take decisions or actions while practicing techniques. Clear? And on the other hand, technique of management, it involves series of steps to be taken to accomplish the desired goal. Clear? Then coming to third point, that is principles should also be understood as being distinct from values. Clear? So distinguish can be uh, basis, basic truth and moral expectation. So management principles are the basic truth or guidelines. On the other hand, management values are the behavioral desirable attires. Clear. Second differences can be efficiency. So management principles enhance managerial efficiency. Okay. On the other hand, management values enhance social efficiency. Clear. Basis, management principles are developed on the basis of experience and research, and whereas managerial values are developed on the basis of social experiences. Next point, that is nature of principles of management. Clear. So, or characteristics of management principles. Clear. So these are the characteristics of principles of management. So management is a social science, and it deals with human beings. The nature of its principle is different from those of physical science. Clear. Again, universal application. Okay. So management principles have a universal use, that is, these are equally applicable to business and non-business organization. So the principle of order or order lines, for example, is required in departmental store as much as it is required in club. Clear. So the principles of management are universal in nature. That means they can be applied to all types of organization, business as well as non-business, small as well as large, public sector as well as private sector, irrespective of their size and nature. Clear. It doesn't matter what is the size, what is the nature of that particular business. Coming to our second point, that is general guidelines. Clear. So management principles guides the manager to take decisions. Many a times they have to refer to the principles to solve a situational problem. So a manager, for example, may be in a fix whether to permit frequent transfer or not. The principles of stability and tenure will caution him that frequent transfer should be avoided. Clear. So the principle of management are guidelines to actions and solve the problem, but these principles do not provide a ready-made solution for all the problem, because real business situations are very complex and dynamic. Okay, as we are dealing with the human beings. Clear, everyone? Then third one is coming to third one, that is formed by practice and experimentation. So these principles of management are formed by experience and deep research work. Clear. Coming to point number 4, that is flexible. Okay, so flexible management principles are flexible in nature. It can be changed anytime. So management experts do suggest principles, but not in some cases. They leave it to the decisions of the manager to modify them according to the given situation. Clear, everyone? So they are not rigid and they are flexible and can be modified by the managers when the situation so demands. Next point, that is mainly behavioral. So management principles tend to streamline the behavior of the subordinates. The principle of unity of command, for example, states that each subordinate should receive order from and be accountable to only one superior. So unity of command I will be discussing later on. It is the principles. It is the 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Okay, so management principles are formed to guide and influence the behavior of employees. Only in a simple way you understand this. Clear, everyone? Then coming to next point, that is point number 6, the cause and effect relationship. So management principles are based on cause and effect. That means these principles are used in a similar situation in a large number of cases. Got it? Clear. Or we can say that it indicate cause effect relationship. If a cause is there, its effect is likely to be there. If for example we follow the principle of equity, okay, the subordinate will remain satisfied. Since management principles are applied to human beings, the proportionate effect may not be there, but in most of the cases the effect of the cause should be there. Clear. Then coming to next point, that is our 7 point, uh, contingent. Okay, So contingent, the use of principle of management is contingent or dependent. Okay, contingent means dependent upon the prevailing situation at a particular point of time. They may be changed according to the situations. Clear? So they are changing according to the situation at a point of time. If the situation changes, the principle may have to be changed. Clear? We can take the principle of division of work. For example, say that work should be divided and assigned on the basis of specialization. Okay, so if in an automobile workshop all the engineers and workers are equally competent, then how the divisions of work will take place? So it may be left to the choice of individual who will do that, who will do what. So a senior may give any work to anybody. Clear, everyone? So I have completed my this topic.